Well, greetings, and greetings, Blade fans. This old sword's with you once again. And once again, I've got a Kizer push button knife. They've been knocking it out of the park with these push buttons. And I'm thrilled by this knife for the money. Well under 100. What did this thing come in at? Oh gosh, it is the Kizer Mad Tanto. I'm going to show it to you in just a second. But despite the fact that I'm going to tell you now, I'm also going to give you the links when this is all set and done. $81 is the list on Kizer. Yeah, you can get them for less, and if you buy it at White Mountain like I did, you can get 10% off by using my discount code OLDSWORD. I'm super psyched by this knife. There have been other reviewers who have said the same thing. I got pointed this way by Bob DeMarco, who has one and loves it, has had it a while. I'm a little late to the party on this one. Metal Complex, I just saw a review by him, and he was absolutely flabbergasted by it as well. I would say not only is it one of the nicest Tantos I have seen, but it is also one of the best button locks I have seen. And Kizer is doing a stellar job with their button locks. You know, I get just a teeny bit of stick at the beginning there, but it looks like it is a pretty decent throw on that as far as accidental lock disengagements go. You've really got to press your thumb on it pretty good. Then again, if all your pressure is going into the edge, you don't really need to worry about that. A lot of people are saying, you know, that these knives fold when you wrap it on the back there. And I don't know what I have here to wrap it on without destroying something, but let's take a good old Rat 1. Smacking that pretty hard, and looks like I don't have any damage to the blade. And no, I did not defeat that lock. So pretty good. There is a deep carry clip. It is right hand only, unfortunately. It is actually a bit deeper than even with the pocket, which is a cool thing. It also has a recessed clip with flat-headed screws. So double good there. Here's the interesting thing. What do you see here? Here's the damn designs. Forget what it is, a Wendigo. No, it's not a Wendigo. It's some other name. And look at the handle. Almost identical. Trademark handle. It's white, so it's kind of blanching out. But there you can see the stepping and the chamfering on the handle. Well, that's what you get here, too. And why do you get it there? Damned Designs designed this knife with Kizer. So I've never seen that before, where a company, this is Adrian DeSouza's company, designs a knife with another knife company. Usually it's a individual designer who's known for designs. And it is a bit of a fingerprint magnet. They do kind of a subtle satin finish on this. It's not a belt satin, but it's got a very satiny look to it. Nice jimping here. Very nice. Good run of it, about an inch. Just enough. And you can definitely put your thumb along the back of this knife if you like to use it that way for push cuts or for martial blade technique. It is a beautiful arched design. So you can see kind of a gentle bow to the back, and Kizer mentions that on their website. I'll give you the Kizer link too, because they give you a pretty good description of a little bit in broken English, unfortunately, but they give you a pretty good description of the design and some of the features of this knife. And speaking of the features, it is from 154 cm steel, a very solid cutlery steel, one that was known as a premium steel back in the day, and may not any longer be called a premium steel. Look at this little kind of divot in the pivot. Divot in the pivot, hey. Very cool. I could say like a rumble in the jungle, divot in the pivot, right? It's a hexagonal pivot pin that is kind of cratered out. You see that depression in there? That's interesting. I don't believe I've ever seen that before. T8 over here. Only very interesting. I don't believe it's integral. Nope. There is a backspacer. Also from micarta, we have kind of a brown micarta thing going on here, a light brown. This hasn't been, you know, saturated with any oils from the hands yet. It's a new knife. I haven't carried it. But I have slipped it in and out of the pocket, and that clip works stupendously well. Micarta's got a good texture to it, not slippery, not rough. And as I say, the button lock is just really fidgety. With doing gravity flips on these things, you got to learn to just sort of let it settle in and drop on its own. If you force it back, what happens is it bounces. So to keep it from bouncing back, you just have to release the button at the correct time, and that's a timing thing. That's nothing good or bad about the knife. But an interesting handle. We're going to do some measurements on it before I forget. Overall, it's 8 inches. 8 inches. And the blade is, we're going to call that 3 1/4 to the handle, to the forward point of the handle. And about 3 1/8 to the length of the edge, because it's got a usable working choil where you can choke up really, really well with that. Just lost the scale on the floor. Never mind. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't. Maybe we won't have a weight this time around. Handle thickness, 5.51. Let's leave it on inches. 0.12 blade thickness. And that's, what is that? Come on. 3.1 millimeters. Now we're going to see if we can retrieve the scale from the floor and see if it still is in working condition. Looks like we got a little dent. It's beeping away. Hello, hello, hello. Let's see if it works. Okay, it's zeroed out. And it's 4 ounces. And I believe that's what I heard elsewhere in other reviews. So I guess my scale is still accurate. And so 4 ounces and 3 1/4 inches. So not going to be an ounce per inch. I mean, that's fine. But what do we got for weight relieving? We got plenty of it. Look at that. Both sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes on each side. Equally done. So we've got nested liners. Beautiful micarta handle. As far as I know, this does come in a black with a black handle. I don't know if the black handle is micarta or G10, but you can check that out when I give you the links to White Mountain and other places. Just feels really good in the hand. And the action of the button lock is, I would say, unparalleled. Only matched by another one of their knives. We have the Begleiter button lock, Begleiter 2 button lock. This is a special edition, White Mountain. Turned this out with the black and red carbon fiber handle, beautiful medium-sized folder. It is much narrower top to bottom, so not as hand-filling, and almost as long, probably about a 1/4 inch off overall length. And the blade is about the same, depending upon where you measure it. I think this is a 3.5er. Is it a 3.5er? Yeah, it's a 3.5er. You get a little bit more blade, basically by virtue of the fact that we don't have protrusions on the handles. We don't have this radical angle. Let's bring out, this is the Yokai, by the way. Forgot the name earlier. This is the Yokai with a white G10 handle from Damn Designs. And it's right in there with the same size. It's maybe another 3.5 incher. So is it? Yeah, it's a 3.25 incher. What do you know? Huh. What do you know? Because we got that same design motif there. Yep. Same blade length and a little taller blade and heavily stone washed. I love the way they do this on their knives. This is a 14C. Yep. They also make this in titanium handles with either 14C and 154. And they might even make an S35 VN. I'm not sure. Well, let's bring out the Rat 1 again. Not for abuse, but for compare. And a Rat 1, yeah, it's going to be almost an inch longer overall. Wow. With a blade about a 1/2 inch longer, thereabouts. And here's a Griptilian. I think we're going to come in right about the same. Very, very close. Same size as a Griptilian. Griptilian is going to have a little bit longer blade because it's got a little bit shorter handle. 4 ounces. Feels featherweight. I mean, feels like nothing. And drops down all the way in the pocket. Really, really nice. I guess the question remaining is, will it cut? Will it cut, Doug? I don't know. Will it cut me? Ooh. Razor blade. Oh, yeah. Beautiful edge. Beautiful smooth edge. Really no hang-ups at all. And really, really fine. You know what does that, and I should have mentioned, is this deep hollow grind in here that comes down to a very fine, 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 fine edge with a flat grind in the front. They did a beautiful job on that Tanto. Look at that classic chisel point Tanto. See if I can give you the best possible look at that grind there. Maybe from this side. I don't know. Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, I think you can catch a little bit of that. It's thin. It is beautiful hollow grind. So, I'm psyched about this knife. If you can get your hands on one, it is, again, the Kizer Mad Tanto, designed by Damned Designs. Check it out. Don't forget to give this video a like, please, and subscribe if you haven't already. You'll be notified of new videos as they drop and other stuff going on here. Take care.